Yo, I'm going to show you how to beat the prequel map. It's a trip. This one's really easy. It just takes a little bit of patience. You're going to grab aggressive stance and attack up. And as always, you get aggressive stance from beating level 7 of this prequel campaign, 2 skill slots from the main campaign, and attack up for free. I'm going to hold left click to skip the dialogue. Okay, this is basically just a massive rush. We want to beat this as fast as possible, and that's the only thing that matters. Like, really, that's it. What's important to realize is that there's a bunch of air units up there and a bunch of sea units over here. And these little jetpack dudes may or may not matter at all depending on what happens. So, the first thing we want to do, is have our destroyers ready to attack all of the air units, clear out this octopus, and get some sea units down here to get ready to fight all this stuff. I recommend just checking the range on this Corvette and being like, okay, so we just got to stay outside the range of this Corvette. Take a minute to whack an octopus. You can attack this thing too if you want to, but it really doesn't matter because it can't hit you back. I'd recommend just focusing on taking down the octopus quickly and moving all your destroyers up here. You know, your destroyers, they belong on this side of the map because they fight the air units. Just watch and make sure the bombers can't hit you. So we're going to take all the destroyers, put them over here, and all the frigates, they go down here. The frigates and the battleships, you know, kind of go over here. We'll run the battleship over here. And the idea is we just want to completely destroy this as quickly as possible. One thing you could do if you want to be cheeky is you could put a fighter on top of it. And that's a strategy I like to do so it can't build at all on the first turn. And just make sure we stay out of the range of this. And remember, nothing can really hit your bombers, so feel free to be like insanely aggressive with them. You could even blow up the airport, but I like keeping the airport because I want to use it later. So I'm not going to blow up the airport. All right, bring this in. And unfortunately, I've blocked my path a little bit. Let's bring the fighter up here. And we send our jetpacks forward. We send this thing forward. These don't matter as much, but it's good to move them when you can. Alright, I'm going to end my turn. So the point of this is just to get as good a position as possible. If the first turn doesn't give you a good position, you might have to redo it. You really want the ability to attack several fighters, several bombers. You want control of the sea. The reason all this is important is because this is basically a race. You know, you basically need to kill the enemies without losing too many dudes, but you only have 6 turns. It's hard. It's not so easy. Destroyers are great. Use them, one-shot things. Not much else to say about that. With your crazy attack bonuses, you should be doing insane damage. Try to stand on this thing if you can with something, but it doesn't have to be an important unit. Like, I'll use my fighter for that. The fighter that's guarding this probably will have to attack something over here. It's not likely you can get away with not attacking a fighter on this turn. You really need to hit 2, so you'll have to let them build stuff for a turn, but it's fine because you're gonna blow up all their stuff anyway, and it won't matter. Like, seriously. Yeah, let's finish using the destroyers first to just take out every air thing that the destroyers can hit. And since all the bombers are gone now, well, wait a minute. This is blocking my path. Let's blow that up with a bomber. Great. We can just go ahead and drop our dudes. Pioneer will do the capturing so that infantry can be here to battle if needed. And now we're immediately stealing their air facility, which is fantastic. That's going to be ours now. This bomber can't do anything, so just keep it out of the range of this thing. Use your battleships to blow up whatever's like most in the back. And then use your frigates to frigate the rest. Don't worry about these taking a little bit of damage because they can kind of take it. You've got a healing ship here to heal your ships, and it literally does nothing but heal ships. So you might as well use it, you know? I should probably be using shift click. But anyway, the point is we just want to bring everyone forward and do as much damage as possible. Capture this on this turn, hit as many fighters as we can, blow up as many ships as we can, and start getting ready for what I like to call the mid-game. Yeah, our bombers are gonna take some damage here. It's unfortunate, but nothing went down. That's pretty good. If nothing gets blown up, that's actually really great. Ah, they got one of my frigates. That's not the end of the world though. The frigates aren't that important. This is pretty good. Yeah, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. I like to have two full health bombers, but this isn't terrible. So use your destroyers and only your destroyers, not this one though, to finish these off. Destroyers and fighters, actually. Destroyers and fighters can finish these off. Good. Actually, this fighter has nothing to do, so I wasted a destroyer hit. And destroyers can also attack sea units, and they're kind of useless now, so you might as well, it can't hurt, attack sea units, attack land units that get too close to the sea. You can use your battleships to start blowing these things up, and you probably should, because your goal is to kind of surround this. Again, we could just put the fighter on it. Yeah, that's why I saved the fighter. I knew I saved the fighter for a reason. Just plop your fighter on it, and then surround it with ships if you want your fighter to go do something else. And boom, we've neutralized all of their stuff. These bombers can now run onto land. This one's a little damaged, which is unfortunate, but it's not like the end of the world. We can start dropping dudes. We can bring in the jetpacks. Don't forget, this little boat can go on land, and it's actually powerful. Like, it kicks butt, so use it. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll end our turn here. We're at halftime. You know, we really have to finish destroying the enemy quickly. One of the hardest things to kill is that battleship, so we're going to focus down that thing as soon as we can. One tip I would give you is take a look at your destroyers. Whenever they can attack something, great. Your frigates actually have the ability to attack things that are on land. So, you know, take advantage of that. Like, you can one-shot this, which is great. You can use the battleships to hit things that are on land, and if you can't, just ram them forward. I like to send my frigates around the side to try to hit that eventually. Just absolutely anything that gives you an extra attack is good. You want extra attacks. All right, so we want to make sure that we're in range to hit the battleship next turn. Bombers have 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's perfect. Can I get to the right of that? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count it out. Make sure you're destroying something that will let you hit the battleship. You really want to hit the battleship. I can't stress that enough. It's important to say it with me. Hit the battleship. All right, these jetpack dudes are coming in. So we want this guy to kind of come in and hit something that doesn't matter. I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't want it to die for, you know, just power reasons. So we'll sort of bait it in with this. We'll also move the Pioneer forward so we can build a bomber here, which is super important. We want this to come here. We want the jetpacks to come here. And we're just trying to bring everything into the battle because we want to win as quickly as possible. You can also do some stuff like, you know, pin it in position by using a fighter or something, but I just wanted to walk forward as much as possible, so I'm not going to do that. This looks pretty good. I'll heal up my frigate, might as well. It might be able to hit something in a turn or two. And end my turn. We've only got 2 turns left, believe it or not. As amazing as that is, we only have 2 turns left to win this. Yeah, the alien hit my ship, but I'm so good with that. I'm so good with that because it means it's in range of this. Boom. Great. You know, it's fantastic. I'm perfectly happy with that. All right. We don't have our power up yet, but we can still one-shot the battleship, so might as well. Just from all our attack bonuses. We'll do big damage to this, and might as well make another one, right? And then our jetpack dudes can start interfering, having some fun here. Okay, so it's only turn 5. We're actually doing fantastic. You might not actually be this far ahead by turn 5. This is like really, really good. Just trying to get like as much range on my battleship as possible. You know, just get every last bit of potential advantage you can, because it's really easy for stuff to go wrong here. I think this bomber can take that out. This bomber can take this out. I think I've won. I'm gonna just hit this thing because there are the least dudes near it, and I'm gonna kind of trap this in with the fighter, not let it escape. I also don't want this unit to die, so we're going to move the Pioneer forward. My thinking is, you know, I don't want to lose power, although my power is 10 right now, and we've only lost 1 unit, but I'm just doing best practices so you know how to play it, Don't give them any way to escape. No mercy for the enemy. If you're having trouble on this turn or any turn, don't be afraid to activate your power. Depending on what happened, you might not have enough for aggressive stance, but you'll usually have enough for attack up. If you ever need just like a little bit more damage, activate it at any time. We can just battleship this, bomber this, like I've crushed this. And then just quickly take over the map. If you play the first few turns correctly, you should easily be able to beat the rest of this. Let me know if this helped. I'll catch you later.